So I'm going to begin with a beautiful prayer. If you'd like to close your eyes. Dear God, today I dedicate all that I am and all that I have, that I might let love might use me as a conduit of its power. Illumine my mind and increase my understanding, hone my character and deepen my skills, that all I do makes more brilliant the presence of love in the world. I love that last line. Hone my character, deepen my skills, that all I do makes more brilliant the presence of love in the world. So just rest there a moment, like we do. And metaphorically, at least, the love, that beautiful unconditional love, is in our hearts. We feel it in our hearts. With each breath, have the sense that you make a deeper, stronger contact with the love in your heart. That there's a warmth there and there's a glow, a light. That the love expands and extends. And when we're all resting in the love of our hearts, we are one. When we have our eyes closed, we let go of the awareness of form. We are one. Feel those words resonate. We are one. And gently return. So lovely. Welcome again to everybody. So nice to be doing this work with you. And tonight the theme is giving and receiving. And this is a theme that Course returns to, Course in Miracles returns to many times in different ways, but the fundamental teaching is the same. Anything that you give that's of the spirit, that's not of form, is increased, extended, expanded through the giving. And I think this is such a wonderful teaching that, you know, if whatever we want to experience, this is how I see it, if we give it away, if we give it out there, then it has to pass through us, doesn't it? You can't give anything that you haven't got. If you've got something physical and you give it to somebody, you haven't got it anymore. And this is the sadness of what the ego thinks of gift giving. You know, and then the ego also expects, if it gives a gift, it expects somebody to say thank you, and be appreciative and give something equally valuable back again. So the whole thing is really tricky to work with. But when we give the gifts of spirit, the gifts of our heart, then it's whatever it is has to be in us to give it, doesn't it? In some ways, I think we can see it more easily if we think of the negative things. If you say, I hate you, who is feeling the hate? Is anybody like to just comment on that? If you said, I hate you, who would be feeling the hate?
Yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, the other person might hate it, but feel it. But fundamentally, you might be thinking that, mightn't you? So you're thinking over something that has happened, and then maybe you don't say this, but you know, there's a lot of it said. So if somebody says, "Oh, I just really hate you," when they're remembering somebody, nobody else is experiencing it all except you, are they? So you have to have the experience of hate and hating in you in order to send it out there. Now, I'm sure that all that energy does go out, and the hate that's in you will be felt out there. But the primary experiencer of the hate is the person who hates. So the person who condemns, who judges, who criticizes, who in any way sends out negative thoughts, they think that they're putting them out there. But you know, maybe in a way they are. But primarily, everything we put out there, everything we extend, is within us. And so if you said, I'm sure most of you don't say I hate you, but say you did, maybe you think that it's gone when you said, oh, I hate you. But it hasn't gone, has it? Doesn't it stay there? Haven't you expanded the experience of hate within you if you actually say, I hate you? Or even if you hate a something, perhaps that feels softer, I hate tea or something, or I hate hot weather. If you hate anything, it's the same. Whatever it is you hate, you have to have hate in you in order to be able to hate. So we turn that round and we say, well, we have to be able to experience love in order to give love. And if we look at the three primary qualities from the Course, love, peace, and joy, those qualities, we can only give them if we feel them. And how do we feel them? We feel them because we channel them. I always think of it, as you'll know, as coming through. I think of as receiving into the crown chakra and drawing it down and gathering it up into our hearts and expanding it with light and joy in our hearts. And then, well, we almost can't help but give it. You don't always have to think about, well, I'm going out there and I'm going to send love today or love everybody. If you are filled with love, you can't help it, can you? You give it at all times. So this is the great teaching here. And in a way, it's very simple, isn't it? But we have to just remember. And another teaching that I like that came to me long before I ever did the course was understanding that if you want to experience something, the way to experience it is to give it away. I don't know if that sounds contradictory, but if you want to experience gentleness, you need to be gentle. You need to give that gentleness out there. Practice gentleness on others. So it kind of pulls it through you. Do you see what I mean? If you are gentle, with perhaps an animal or a cat or a dog or a creature or a child or a baby, often it's easier with young things, isn't it? And you practice being gentle. What do you feel when you're gentle with a kitten, for example? What would you feel if you were gentle with a kitten? Anybody? Tell me, please.
Warm and fuzzy.
Warm and fuzzy. Well,
I
wouldn't
love
you?
kittens. I
Because
love
you'd
them.
experience that gentleness in you, couldn't you? You
Yeah.
couldn't be feeling angry and aggressive and be gentle with a kitten, could you? You can't do it. You absolutely can't do it. Whatever you are expressing is in you. And with everyday things like humor. I'm always a bit silly and joking about things because I have a lot of humor in me. And if I was really, really endlessly serious, I couldn't do it. You can't genuinely express something if you're not experiencing it. So this for me is the most wondrous thing. And I learned this in my psychology work long before I came across the course. If you want something, give it away. And by giving it away, it's like you pull it through, you make space in you. And it's like, it's not really like this, but it's my sort of metaphor for it. As you make a space, as you give this gentleness, so more gentleness comes in. You kind of pull in more gentleness. Doesn't make sense for people. Is it just my way of seeing it? So be gentle. If you want to experience gentleness, you want people to be gentle with you and sweet and kind and soft. Many of us want that. Just focus on giving it. Give the loving, give the softness, give the gentleness, give the tenderness and the sweetness. If you want to be listened to, you want to be heard, it's not going to work if you keep saying to people, I need you to listen to me. You're not hearing me. I want you to hear me. No, it's not any difference, is it? But what will make a difference if you think, okay, I am going to give the quality of loving, attentive listening. I'm just going to give it out there. And what will happen is you'll start to get it back. Because, the very worldly expression, what goes around comes around. Well, it's true, isn't it? Yeah, it may not come around immediately, but whatever you're putting out there is going to come back to you. So that's a very helpful one too, isn't it? You think, well, I better be a nice person then. But we don't want to pretend. But the thing is that we are beautiful beings, all of us, deep inside of us. It's not that we're trying to be beautiful and loving and kind and joyful and good and gentle and everything. It's not really trying to be that. What it is we're working on releasing all the stuff that gets in the way. And as we release, as we forgive, as we let go, as we're more patient and listening and softer out there, so that it shifts within us, doesn't it? There's a great shift as we give it out there. And there was a thread there that I lost, but it'll come back if it's important. So yeah, my focus really tonight is thinking about, first it's going to be thinking about giving peace, because that's the universal thing, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, love is too, and joy, but when you give one of those three, they're all together. You can't separate love, peace, and joy. If you're experiencing love, you will have peace and joy. If you're experiencing joy, you'll have love and peace. And whatever the other one was that I haven't said, they just automatically come together. But it feels to me that it's such an important thing in this world to give peace, to be peaceful, to give that peace out there, to give peaceful attention, peaceful listening, peaceful kindness, that finding that peace inside of us is a great gift. So we'll have a look at that in a moment in lesson 108. And then I'm also going to ask you to come back to what I was just saying and think about, you can start with the cogs whirring now, perhaps. Think about, what do you most want to experience? What do you want to get into you? Not in terms of stuff, in terms of spiritual things. What is it you most want from other people, from the world? What do you want to be given from the world? So, and as we focus on that in a minute, then you'll be looking at how you can give that. We'll do that in meditation. Okay, so I'm just going to get my course book. So the course in 108 and in other lessons explains the ideas of giving and receiving, which I've mostly paraphrased because I don't want to read the whole thing with you, but I want to look at the exercises. If you've got your book, have a look with me, but it doesn't matter if you haven't. So when it comes to what the course is asking us to do, this is what we get in paragraph 7, if you happen to have your book there. Today we practice with the special case of giving and receiving. We will use this simple lesson in the obvious because it has results we cannot miss. To give is to receive. Today we will attempt to offer peace to everyone and see how quickly peace returns to us. Light is tranquility, and in that peace is vision. In that peace is vision given us, and we can see. So we begin the practice period with the instructions for today and say, to give and receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. So I'm going to say that for you in a minute when we do the practice. And then have 5 minutes in which you give peace. So you'll be saying the sentence, to give and receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. Come back to that occasionally and feel yourself offering peace. And I'd like you to, and in fact, I'll talk you through it a little bit, really feel yourself drawing that divine peace into you and extending it through your heart and giving that peace out to the whole world. What actually we can do, I just thought, which could be helpful. When you think of giving something to the whole world, it's a bit big, isn't it? And how do you visualize the whole world? But often in other lessons, we're told to visualize somebody that we want to send whatever it is to. And that person we're not excluding anybody else or making them exclusive. What we're doing is we're saying, you stand for the whole of humanity. You stand for everyone. So you might like to, just for a moment, consider, who would you like to offer peace to that stands there for everybody, every being, knowing that we're all one anyway, so it comes to the same thing. So just, you might want to close your eyes. Just think, who would I like to offer peace for, as the guardian of the peace, as the bearer of peace for all people? So I think now just stay with your eyes closed and I'll guide you through. If you'd like to begin by saying, to give and receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. To give and to receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. Now bring the person to mind that you've chosen as to be your bearer of peace for all. And see them as clearly as you can in your mind. You might have a sense of their energy or the kind of person they are, just really being in touch with them. And now you could begin to say their name, and on behalf of everyone, I offer you the peace of my heart. On behalf of everyone, I offer you the peace of my heart. See if you can have a visual image of that. You might see light coming down through your crown, passing down into your heart, and feel your heart filling with light, the light of peace. And feel in your heart how beautiful that peace is, that light is, that it's shimmering and shining, that it's alive. And with peace comes love and joy. And as that light of peace continues to come down through you, it's like your heart is so full. It just naturally extends from your heart out into the world and to this particular person who is your bearer of peace, the receiver for all of the peace. You are the light of the world. We are the light of the world. And that light is the beauty and the wonder of peace, of stillness and calm and tranquility. Resting in God. Light shining, peace. You can feel it being received. And the more you give, the more you receive. And the more your recipient receives, the more they can give. So this giving and receiving of peace is across the world. All beings who feel separate now beginning to be gathered into your great big heart of peace. And for another 2 or 3 minutes, just keep yourself really focused on receiving peace, extending peace, more and more coming in and going out endlessly. Get really focused. Draw down divine peace. Draw it into your heart. Expand it out into the world, especially to this person who's carrying the peace. And they extend it in turn till the whole world is filled with peace and light, love and joy. of really being aware what you feel, separate from what you've been doing for a moment. How would you name the feeling that you have? Not a thought, not a sentence. Can you find one word to name the feeling you have in your heart right now? Then when you're ready, just gently come back. Just waiting till everyone's come back to ask anybody anything. Oh, Viviane is going, I think. I know you said you had to go at 7, Viviane. To say goodbye to you. Thank you for coming. Okay, so it would be lovely if you could just quickly, each of you say, what would you call the feeling that you have in your heart right now? Can I just whiz across and ask you? And you don't have to say anything you don't want to. Right, and if I begin with Tessa, what feeling do you have right now? How do you name that feeling?
It's just silence. There isn't anything else.
Oh, that's wonderful. Janie.
Softness.
Nikki.
Peace.
Frida.
Love.
No. Eileen.
Contentment.
Donna.
That calmness.
Calmness. Sarah.
Compassion.
Mm. Mm. Elizabeth.
Huge warmth.
Mm. Angela and or Terry.
A surrender.
Surrender. Wow.
I thought of two, freedom, and
You're there to be kind.
Eileen's word.
Mm.
Eileen's word, the same, contentment.
Lovely. Thank you. Sarah. Might not be there at the moment. I had to whiz
I am
off.
here, yeah. Peace.
Yeah, but you might have seen feel the peace. Yes, lovely. Thank you. And Kirsty, I don't know if you're there at the moment.
Yeah, I'll say peace.
Sorry, say that again.
I'll say peace. Peace.
Please. Thank you, Kirsty. So isn't that beautiful? It works, doesn't it? And that's what this lesson is saying. Well, just try it. It works. Nobody was sitting there saying they were feeling well, unless you weren't telling the truth, of course. But I don't think anybody was feeling agitated, worried, anxious, cross, resentful, hateful. You know what I mean? You can't, can you? If you're extending this piece, it's going to bring all these beautiful feelings that you had, which is lovely. Great. So we're going to do the same sort of thing, but now with the feeling that, well, you thinking about what it is you want to give. I think what we'll do first is we'll listen to a lovely song I've got about peace, as it relates to this, and then you can, consolidate what it is that you think that you most want to draw into your life. Okay, so I'll just do that for you. And as always, check the volume for yourself. This is called Deep Peace. It's quite long, so I'm not going to play all of it. Just going to play a few minutes, and you can always listen to it separately. So Deep Peace. Lovely. And I'm not sure you could hear all of the words very clearly, but there's something there that I really liked, which is things like deep peace of the flowing water, deep peace of the shining stars. I think that the things that she's saying in the song, there's lots more when you have time, it's like 8.5 minutes long. When you visualize what she says, deep peace of the flowing water, deep peace of the shining stars, I find it quite amazing because as soon as I focus on flowing water, well, it's deep peace, isn't it? And deep peace of shining stars. Could stars be anything but utterly peaceful and still? And everything she highlights, if you when you do it on your own, if you really enter into it and you visualize what she's saying, the deep peace is so beautifully conveyed. So lovely. So let's do the next bit of this word. And there's suggestions here, for example, to everyone offer quietness, to everyone offer peace of mind. And the one I said, to everyone offer gentleness. But it's for you now, this, to think about, I'd like us to do it this way. What is it you want to experience? So you might want to experience gentleness. You might want to experience companionship, kindness, sense of connection, inclusiveness. You might want to experience a sense of being supported or loved. Really get into it. Is it that perhaps something you feel is a little bit missing in your life? Do you want to feel there's more patience towards you, more understanding? Do you see, whatever it is you feel you want, in the next meditation, we're going to be giving that understanding or patience or whatever it is that you want. Is everybody aware, or anybody not aware, of what it is they feel they want to receive more of in their lives? Anybody stuck? No, okay, so everybody's got that. So let's go into another meditation then and see what we can extend. So if you like to close your eyes. And bring to mind what it is that you want to receive, you want to experience, you want to have given to you from other people or experience in the world. Quite broad what it is and it will be received or from where. But it will be a yearning in your heart. It may be that you have a particular person you want to receive it from. And again, that person can stand for everyone. So you might like to say in your mind, I want to experience, or I want to receive, and just say what it is that you want to experience. And have a sense of what it would be like if you were to experience this. If you felt more of it coming your way, that your being was becoming filled with this experience that you so yearn for. And I think that word yearning is a very helpful one. These things that we really want, these experiences, they are spiritual truths. And that yearning is to be trusted and heard. It's very different, isn't it, from yearning for a material object. And the thing that we yearn to experience is important for us. Think for a moment. Have you been trying to get this in your life? Have you been trying to get other people to give it to you? Now being ready to turn it around so that you really shift completely from trying to get it or draw it to you, to seeing what it would be like to give it. Not in a needy way, not in order to get it, but we know that we will experience it if we give it. And if we can feel that we draw it down through us like we did with the peace. So whatever it is that you're wanting to experience, again, focus on your crown chakra. Draw it down in the light. Ask the Holy Spirit, please send me this so that I can give it. And whatever your deep desire is, feel it filling your heart. And then realize that it's not just for you. It is to be given. You might feel a little bit like you want to hang on to it, but try to trust that if you now give it away, you will have more of it. And now feel that essence of what it was that you wanted. Feel it going out into the world. And see if you could see yourself behaving with this quality. So we'll say, for example, it's understanding perhaps. See yourself being understanding. See yourself listening and being kind and patient, the things that go with the understanding. Feel yourself giving what it is you want to receive. As far as you can, fill your being and, the way that you think, the way your body moves, the way you behave in general, the way you speak. See yourself being the embodiment of what it is you want to have more of. Keep as strong a focus as you can on giving what it is you want to receive. And now begin to feel that there's a flow. It's not just something in your heart you're giving away. It's pouring into you. This amazing stuff, this amazing thing you wanted. As you give it, more of it is coming in. It's coming down to the light, through your crown, through your head, down your throat, into your heart. And your heart is expanding. It's bursting with this wonderful thing that you so wanted. And all the time, see it moving. See if you can do that. See yourself channel light down through you, out into the world. It speeds up. It goes out more strongly. And you're not just giving it to one person, you're giving it to everybody. You are the embodiment of this that you so wanted. And you walk through the streets, you walk through your life, you meet others, you just do your everyday things. But giving this brings you such joy, brings you everything you wanted. So keep that focus, the light coming down through you, out into the world, a constancy. It's like a column of light filled with all this wonderful stuff. In and flowing out, into you, flowing out. And every scrap of your being is filled with this. And it's so joyful, so beautiful and good. It brings a sparkle to your eyes. It brings a smile to your lips. Joy in your heart. And you might just settle for a few minutes in the meditation where you simply say, to everyone I offer whatever it is that you're working on. Stay with that now for a few minutes like a mantra. Let it flow with your breathing. To everyone I offer. Feel it being offered out there. With every offering, more comes in. You are so filled with it. Just gently coming back. Take your time. Open your eyes when you're ready. It would be lovely if, like we did with peace, that people shared what they felt. We haven't got, we've got a quarter of an hour, so we hopefully can give a chance to everybody to say what you feel right now. Name your feeling that this has left you with, and just maybe a sentence about what that experience was like for you. So what I'll do is like what I do sometimes. I just say your name like I did before, and you can comment or not as you wish. But it would be really lovely if you felt like saying, "This is what I feel now." And that will be one word. We so often get into saying what we think when we say "I feel." So just one word, and a brief sentence about how that meditation was for you. Okay. So I'm going to start down the bottom this time so that I don't go in the same order. So I'm going to just start with Tessa.
Yeah, kindness. And I think I came from the other way around. It just occurred to me that I thought I could be more kind. I could just be a kinder person. I think I can be a kinder person. And in doing that, yeah, in the meditation, I felt so much kindness inside of me. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Angela, are you okay to say something?
Yeah,
Don't get-
yeah. Terry had said the word surrender before, and I joined with that surrender, because it's to surrender to what is, and your yes word, really. Yes, that is happening. I surrender my judgment of that. So surrender, and it just left me feeling almost physically floppy, because the judgment has my whole body feeling stiff. And so the lack of that, oh, that's it, I'll surrender my judgment of what is, allow what is. And my whole body is relaxed, as well as my mind feeling more peaceful. Over to you, Terry.
Lovely. Thank you, Angela.
Yeah,
Terry.
my word is kindness.
Oh, you said surrender.
And,
Sorry, Jim.
and also
I did both.
and surrender, but I didn't want to jump on Angie's bandwagon. So yeah, kindness. Yeah, focus on the kindness within my mind and extend that into the world as often and as I can.
Good.
Not only to myself, but to everyone else.
Everyone.
Kind.
Thank you. Sarah.
Yeah, I just feel very well, very sense of well-being. It's I remember this lesson. It's not about a week ago, wasn't it? And it says something like success is guaranteed. And I thought, well, that's quite a statement. But I did find that it did happen.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you have a feeling now?
of wellness.
Yes, wellness, that is a feeling, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just
Well, you
feel
got-
very well healed, very healing to do this.
Beautiful. Thank you. Esty, are you there at the moment?
Hi, yeah. Yeah, I remembered that there was something on my mind which was something that was unresolved that kept just nothing important, but something about this evening, which kept intruding on my you know, my peace. And then I just remembered that there was only this moment. There wasn't, you know, a resolution in the next half hour or hour or something. Is not at all what this moment's about. This moment is just about now. And so I just became very, very present in the moment. And immediately, it was just a strange little miracle. I got the text that I was after, that I've been worried about for the last hour, sorting my issue out. It came in instantly. I was present, and then I was just flooded with this peace, I suppose, and joy and love. All three of those, because of course, when you have a little miracle like that, you kind of realize actually it does work. It does work. It is true. It's not just a fairy story. So yeah, so that was lovely. Thank you. And it's always I have a very particular colour for my feelings of peace. It's always violet for some reason. I don't know why, but very, very violet colour of peace.
Yes, that makes sense, because the royal purple is the colour for you for the crown, and for the third eye, that's like a deep indigo. So all of this area is tones of purple. So it's taking you to that higher place. Lovely, thank you. Eileen.
I'm so chilled out I could hardly move. It was, I ended up with a very peaceful feeling, almost zen is what I would say. And I was focusing on joyful freedom, sending that out, but I went away from the concept of it, and I just can't even remember what I was thinking. And then when you said you can come back, I thought, I'm so peaceful, you know, I can hardly move.
Yeah. And that's a useful moment, just to say that, you know, what I offer you is just what I'm offering you as something to tune into. But you, of course, are always invited to go off where you need to go. Not as in what you're going to go get shopping or have for dinner. I don't mean that, but let let the Holy Spirit take you. It might not be where I'm suggesting. Thank you, Sonal.
Sorry, I got so peaceful. I felt really peaceful and actually very still. And for a few seconds, I just was lost and like, where am I? You told me to come out. So really deep peace. And actually, the whole week, I haven't been feeling that great. I've not been able to sleep, but I was sort of semi in that sleep. So that's really nice.
Oh,
Thank you.
That's lovely. Thank you, Sarah.
I haven't got anything to say because I feel a bit confused, so I can't really put it into words. What I was thinking about really, but I did feel calm and peaceful, but I haven't got any spiritual sentences to give anyone.
That's okay. And you know that we have to remember that something good has always happened in this work. You know, the fact that we're willing to be here together and give time to, you know, focusing spiritually. There is always a gift in there, and you might realize it later, or you might realize it now. You know, that you've had some peacefulness that has contributed something to you. I'm sure there's something good has come to you. We're going to be speaking together soon, you and I, so we can always explore that then.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah. Elizabeth.
It's about letting go. It was all about letting go. Whatever is going to happen. And well, I hadn't realized how much I've been thinking I have to sort everything out, but I don't. It's just letting go.
Beautiful. Yeah, very powerful. Thank you. And Frida.
I don't think I really have anything to say at all at the moment.
Okay. Did you have a peaceful meditation?
I had a memory of the past when I was very much younger, when I had done something and the house was literally, it felt as if the house was filled with peace. And in my mind, I had this picture of the most beautiful rose. This was before I was involved in Course in Miracles. And I was just wishing that my daughter, who is, I'm just wishing that my daughter could have that experience too.
Yeah.
And I hope she can. I hope she will have that experience.
And I'm sure you can contribute to that, because if you can sit and see her, in peace, see her surrounded by light and peace, it's real, and she will feel it.
Well, I do hope so. I do hope so.
Thank you. Nikki.
I felt openness.
Openness. Lovely. A really valuable quality. Thank you. And Janie.
I feel a great sense of deep peace now, and I was asking for love to come in, that I may give love out. I think that's what I want more than anything, is to feel loved.
It's beautiful. Thank you. Lovely. Well, it was just really beautiful doing that with you all. And it's also something that you can easily just do at any time on your own. If you're noticing that you're wanting to feel something, or wishing that people gave you more, or whatever it is, just go into that place and feel it. You can't just take it from you and give it out there, because it's not yours, it's not ours, is it? It's that feeling of draw it down. It's like tune into God or tune into the Holy Spirit, and feel it flowing through you and going out into the world. So, is there anything else anybody like to say as we come to just about coming to an end? Sarah, are you about to say something? Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to share something that at work today on a meeting. I was not very gracious. I got on my high horse a bit and got a bit hoity-toity, and I was got very irritated by what people were saying, and wanted to kind of, I was arguing with them basically, and so I applied the practice earlier to all of those people, and it just has kind of diffused the whole thing. So I'm not kind of chewing it over anymore. It's kind of gone now, and I feel very loving and open to them now.
Lovely. There's your well-being.
That's right. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd have been kind of, oh, and they said this and etc. It's kind of all diffused. Bomb has been diffused.
You couldn't be being cross or judgmental or critical or with these feelings that you've been working with. They can't coexist, can they? So at some level, we're always choosing, aren't we? Which way we're going to go.
It's much happier.
Yes. With 2 minutes left. It just came to my mind again, a song I love to sing, and we can sing it together. All except me, because you need to hear me. You will need to be on mute. I think you are, because it doesn't work on Zoom. It doesn't gel. It's just this lovely song that Eileen remembers from that Course in Miracles, Miracle Network conference in 2017. My goodness. Be still and know that I am love. Be still and know that you are love. And it can be God or love. It's all the same thing. But let's just sing that together a few times. So shall we? Be still and know that I am love. Be still and know that you are love. Okay? So be still and know that I am love. Be still and know that you are love. Be still and know that I am love. Be still and know that you are love. Be still and know that I be still and know that you are love. Be still and know that I be still and know that you are love. Blessings, everyone. Take your mute off so we can say goodbye to each other.
Bye.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Leah.
Bye.
Say
Bye.
something.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Next week.
Sarah?
Sorry, next week is going to be a healing childhood trauma evening. I'm just letting you know in advance. So it doesn't matter if you've done the course or not, if you have some knowledge and awareness of that. We try to do it once a month and it's been a bit delayed, but it will be next Tuesday and I'll write about it too. Okay. Bye-bye again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
Bye-bye.
bye.
Stay.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.